thank you, I think, to all of our presenters. We have had a fantastic couple of days. It started with the Minister talking about the government's aspirations for construction and the drivers of change that government wanted to see. A fantastic talk also from Dame Judith Hackett, explaining how construction has to change, not just technically, but morally, why we have to deliver buildings that are safe for use, but also how efficiency and productivity can come from that. That productivity theme was followed through from David Rockhill from McKinsey, and also those wonderful slides that show the sectors of our industry that are most likely to be impacted by this change. And then to give us a feel for how they can evolve, how they can transform to be the industries they need to be. We followed that with further presentations then looking at some of the elements such as modern methods of construction, off-site, and a fantastic presentation about how that can transform not just housing, but using the same technologies in other areas. Mark Farmer is obviously a real expert in that area. And from Anne Kemp as well, the standards onto which we can base the information exchange. We've seen how MBS contributes to that using the platforms we have, our technology and specification platform, as well as our product information. This morning, we simply didn't have enough time, did we, with the presentations from Paul Morell. Yes, we had a few technical problems. That's one of the learnings from digital. Sometimes it doesn't quite work the way we expect, but it gives us other opportunities. We got to see Paul tell us about what he was trying to achieve and some of those messages that are just as true today as they were 10 years ago of change, and also understanding how we expect to bounce back, that it's not the doom and gloom that we all thought it might be in terms of the economic challenges of COVID. And Phil Bernstein then showing a little bit about what's possible with that technology and how we move forward. Generative design, machine readable information, artificial intelligence. I think also a really, really great panel session. I think we've been talking about this. We're going to have to get that panel session back, aren't we? And explore more of those themes, because it was both hugely entertaining and also very, very informative. So let's see where we go to. Then we split into these two streams. We couldn't all see all of them. So another key point out of this is all of these presentations, all of these videos will be available on the mbs.com. So for those bits you couldn't see, whether it's because we're in different streams or you had other things to do during these 2 days, please do come back and have a look. You will be able to review them all and see those presentations sometimes that we couldn't show. So thank you to all of the presenters. Tim, in terms of offsite, I didn't get to see that. Jill, Jade, Stephen, looking at the detail on end users and contractors, designers and contractors. I didn't get to see that, but on the manufacturer side, lots to see there. So understanding from John and Mithun in terms of M&A strategies for manufacturers, how they can consolidate growth. Also, we didn't see the presentation from Peter, but we will be able to get that up, and hopefully we'll get Peter back as well to talk more about competencies, product safety. Adam telling us the detail of the marketing information group and the new rules around marketing, and Robin helping us understand how that can be delivered. So it has been, I think, a fantastic few days. The comments that we've received have been really, really fantastic. I think you've all enjoyed it, found it very, very interesting. So please do go back and have a look at those sessions. I just wanted to finish off by saying, what were we trying to achieve with these 2 days? It's that recognition that construction has to change. We have to all understand that where we are and where we've been is no longer good enough. To understand that there are major drivers for change in the construction industry, be they political, legal and legislative, whether it be technological. But as Phil Bernstein and Paul Morell said, some of the biggest barriers are sociable. It's, have we got the right culture to be able to change? Well, we have to, is the simple answer to that. We have to change, and we can see now how and why. So lots for us to cover. We will do more of that. A few years ago, I wrote an article which you can find on the mbs.com about the 7 C's of specification: complete, concise, correct, coordinated, etc. What's come out of these sessions for me is that there are 5 more C's that we have to consider when we're trying to rebuild our construction industry and to transform it into a way that the industry needs to be. And those 5 C's have to be around collaboration. We can see in the building safety bill, there will be a legislative need for the client, for the designers and the contractors to collaborate to get the right result. And if we collaborate, if we don't fight, we actually spend more money on doing the job right than fighting about who did the job wrong. Communication. Talk to each other. Find ways of improving that communication between the members of the team. Where we don't communicate, we always assume that something is bad. Well, actually, let's communicate and show people it's not. We can work together. The big driver, obviously, is cost. We've got to stop looking at lowest cost and start seeking out best value. But cost is a driver. We have to recognize that. And as we go into difficult economic times, we cannot afford to have the suicidal bidding either on design fees or construction cost that we have seen in previous downturns. We've got to show that we can get value by working effectively together. We're not going to forget carbon. Carbon has to be a driver for change. And in selecting products, in specifying and then finding the products and systems on a building or other assets like infrastructure, cost and carbon are going to be key drivers, but so will compliance. We have to know that the products and systems that we are designing and we are installing are the right products that comply with the rules and the expectations. So it has been a great few days. Thank you for your time, for actually participating, asking the questions, going online. So remember hashtag CLS 2020. But thank you very much, and I look forward to being part of the next one with you all. See you soon.